The 7-star Hisuian Typhlosion raid is here, so how do we beat it? First and foremost, I believe this is actually one of the easiest 7-star raids we've had up to this point, considering this is the first 7-star raid Pokemon to not be able to boost its own stats in any way, shape, or form. Quite literally, the only advantage they gave it was Sunny Day. I was expecting Calm Mind, but hell, I'll take it. All in all, this raid Pokemon only has 5 moves: Infernal Parade, Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp, Focus Blast, and Sunny Day, meaning it can definitely reduce your stats, but it won't be able to do anything with its own. For strategizing against this Pokemon, you gotta keep the following scripted actions in mind. It will always start the raid battle by trying Will-O-Wisp on one of your teammates. Which one it is completely random, but it will always do it to someone. And then almost immediately, it will use Sunny Day. And not long after that, it'll reset its stats. Which means any Metal Sound, Screech, or Acid Spray strats you bring, you might want to wait for that to go off first, because he's only going to do it once and then never again. If you are planning on lowering its defenses to get your damage in, make sure you do that immediately after it resets its stats, because the shield will go up when it's down to 60% HP, or about 70% of the timer. So you have a very narrow window to drop those in there and make it count. At the same time it puts up its shield, it's also going to reset your stats, so make sure you reset all of your own bonuses immediately thereafter before you start attacking again. But all in all, so long as you can survive its attacks and dish out some damage, you should be fine, because it really doesn't have that much it can do to you. The one thing to watch out for here that it does do quite a bit of: Infernal Parade does double damage when you have a status effect, and it will try to burn you a lot. The frequent use of Will-O-Wisp over the course of the battle means physical attackers are probably not going to be doing quite as well here, unless they have some sort of immunity to that, or they just don't care about being burned at all. But a Fire-type Pokemon gone Tera Fire under the sun is a lot of damage nonetheless, so keep an eye on your HP totals and make sure to drop a Heal Cheer whenever you need it. The other thing to keep in mind is Focus Blast, while being really low accuracy, also has the chance to lower your special defense. So if you see that go off, you might want to be careful, because you might not end up living attacks you otherwise would have. That about covers all the details of the actual raid, so let's get to the part you're actually here for: my Tera raid builds for beating this thing. First up on the offensive side of things, we have Ursaluna. This build hits like an absolute truck, but you still have to worry about the odd Focus Blast. So make sure you have this teamed up with something with Light Screen and potentially heals. The strategy here is pretty simple. You Belly Drum, and then you use Earthquake. Belly Drum maximizes your attack power, and then Earthquake does all your damage. And every time you hit him for a lot of damage, you're going to heal yourself again with that Shell Bell. I added Rain Dance to this build as well, so you can take away his sun twice during the battle whenever he does it, because you really don't want to get hit by a Tera Fire Flamethrower under the sun. Aside from that, despite being a physical attacker, Ursaluna actually wants to be burned, with its Guts ability boosting its damage even further so long as it has a status effect. And you really don't have to worry about having a Flame Orb to set that off, because Typhlosion will just burn you for free. A lot. With this build, after Belly Drum goes off, and if you got Guts active, you're going to do almost a full third of Typhlosion's HP pool before it gets its shield off, and that's with a single hit. But you are rather weak to a Focus Blast or two, so make sure you keep your health in mind. Next up on my list of builds, we have Hisuian Arcanine. Why are the Hisuian Pokemon so good at this? With the Flash Fire ability making it immune to all of Typhlosion's best attacks, the Focus Blast will still hit you decently hard. This Arcanine build is a bit of a mixed offensive and support set, running Snarl to lower Typhlosion's attack power, Howl to be able to boost your own attack as well as that of your teammates, and Morning Sun to get your heals in because you have leftovers, not Shell Bell. Your bread and butter for attacking is Rock Slide. Start off the raid by getting a couple Howls in to get your own and teammate stats up, and then once Typhlosion resets its own stats, drop 6 Snarls in a row. You will completely remove Typhlosion's ability to do any damage to your team at all. And then once you've done that, you can turn around, Terastallize to Rock type, and Rock Slide away. Occasionally setting up a couple more Howls to help your teammates out as well as yourself. Just make sure to make liberal use of that Morning Sun whenever you take a little too much damage, because it will keep you alive. Next up for my builds, Heatran. We've featured Heatran before on these videos, but he's especially good here as well. With Flash Fire, similar to the Hisuian Arcanine, to stop you from taking any damage from the fire attacks, and making you immune to being burned, so even his Ghost move isn't going to do all that much to you at the end of the day. Wait until Typhlosion resets its stats, and then drop 3 Metal Sounds to lower its special defense to nothing, and then Earth Power away. The other 2 moves really don't do anything on this build, they're just there for future uses if you want to reuse this Pokemon for another raid later. You're basically just lowering its special defense and then spamming Earth Power, and then going Terra Ground for the damage boost and the boosted damage through the shield. It's a very simple build, Just gotta make sure you stay alive for the first little bit because Focus Blast will hurt, if it lands. And now for my final build for this raid, we have Milotic. Milotic is a wonderful support Pokemon in this scenario with a really high special defense stat, and the typing to be able to resist most of what Typhlosion's throwing at you. It comes with Rain Dance to take away Typhlosion's Sun and its damage boost, Light Screen to half the incoming damage, Life Dew to heal your teammates, and then as a bonus, Surf as an attack, just in case. With the competitive ability on Milotic, every time Focus Blast manages to knock your special defense down, your special attack will go up. So if you don't end up needing to heal all that much and you got turns left before you have to reset the light screen, and especially if you're sitting next to Heatran, a rain-boosted Surf is going to hit this thing pretty hard. Thank you for watching my Tera raid guide. If you liked this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do this every time a 7-star raid comes out, and we even run the raids on the Thursday night when they come out at twitch.tv/IXI Studios. So if you ever need help in the future with a Tera raid, make sure to drop by on the night of, and we'll be there with suggested builds and to help you out. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.